Now, the question was also put, what about coming up with transitions between synchronous tricks? Now, let's suppose that I was extremely lazy in that I had never learned what the startup sequences were, so I couldn't use the level of excitation method. And let's also suppose that I don't know any of the states or the states of other tricks, so I don't use any of the state space methods. Although you could use them. I mean, you could figure out what the levels of excitation are, what the state needed to get from well, I guess it's really not clear what a ground state is in an odd-numbered synchronous trick, but which this is. These 5-ball tricks. But I want to use the throw sequence method because I think it's the most powerful in coming up with transitions under, if you will, any circumstances. So here we go. First thing we do is we write down what tricks we want to connect this one to this one, and with the phases that are written. So by the way, this is 6x 4 star, and this is of course 8x 2 star, because it reverses left to right. So the 6x is first here and second, first, 8x is first, second, first, second. Now note that I have defined a phase here. If I've just thrown a 6x, say this is a right and a left hand, okay, I've just thrown a right-handed 6, and then I want to throw a right-handed 8 here, okay, with a right hand. So the right hand throws an 8 here, and having just thrown a 6. There will be another case, which we can also do, where the phase is opposite. So we have a 6x like this, and then we do 2 8x. And this will have a different transition sequence than this trick does. Or this transition does, I should say. Okay, so let's go through and look at the collisions. After having written down the trick, let's see. So we know these guys are not going to collide with themselves. They're only going to collide here. And I could count up, starting from these, going backwards. I could count down, starting from here, going to the right. Let's count down just to show how that works. If this is a 4, this can't be a 2 or a 2x, can't be a 0 or a 0x. Incidentally, 0x's don't exist. If this is a 6x, this can't be a 4, this can't be a 4x, can't be a 4, can't be a 2x, can't be a 2, can't be a 0x or a 0. Here's a 6x. So this can't be a 4x or a 4, can't be a 2x or a 2, 0x, 0. So we're good there. If this is a 4, this can't be a 2, but it is, okay? And that can't be a 2x, that can't be a 0 or 0x. So we have just one collision, okay? And as before, one of the throws have to go. I said in the other film, you know, well, so this 4 has to go. It's not true that one of them, that a particular one has to go. One of them has to go. So either we delete that one or we delete that one. It's your choice. You can find out what this throw needs to be in order to not collide with this 2, or you could delete this one and see what, you know, now we have a missing departure here. Let's see what it needs to be in order to work out. But as before, I'll make that one go away and make it unspecified. Okay, so the collision is removed, but I have two choices, to remove that or remove that. Okay, now let's figure out where everybody goes. If this is a 6x, a 2 would land here for 6x. 6x lands here. And this is on the other side 1 frame later, and this is on the other side 1 frame later. So that's where all the 6x's land. The 4, a 2 would land here, a 4 would land here, and then this is on the other side of the next frame, and then this one doesn't have a 4. So we're done with the 6x's and the 4. We have 5 throws here, and we have 5 arrivals here. Now let's do the 8x's and the 2's. If this is an 8x, a 2 would land here, 4, 6, 8x. That's where that 8x lands. Other 8x's all land after that, which is probably late enough that we're done, right? Let's look at the 2's now. This is a 2, it lands here. And then here the 2 is on the other side, so in the next frame over this is the left, right, left. See how I did that? This is a 2 on the right, it lands here. There's a 2 on the left, it's the left, there's a 2 on the right, 2 on the left. Okay. So, here you go. There's our dispute right there. That throw collided with one, so we made it go away, and where it was supposed to have landed, it looks like, is over here. So what throw would do that? If this is our throw, a 2 would land here, a 4, a 6, 8, 8x. An 8x lands there. Okay, so this is our transition. We're doing 6x, 4, and then we do 4, 6x, and then we do 6x, 8x, and then 8x, 2. Okay, and we're now in the other trick. Okay, so that's what we get if we only muck with that throw. As before, though, we could also delete this throw just for the heck of it and see what choices do we get if we make this other throw go away. So we just deleted a 6x, so a 2, 4, 6x, we've just deleted this one. Okay, there's nobody arriving here anymore. So let's see what that leads to. Okay, I can erase this anyway. So for this throw to go here, this would need a 2 lands here, 4, 6x lands there. Right? That's what we just deleted, and that's where it used to land, so that's what it was. But it could also have landed here. So instead of being a 6x, it's later and on the same side, so it could have been an 8. And this throw could land here or here. In order for this throw to land here, this would be a 2, 4, 6. And this would have to be on the other side and one more. And that makes sense because these are thrown at the same time, so they go to the other place, right? For this ball to go here, it crosses. For this ball to go there, it's the same height but doesn't cross because it's already on the correct side. So these are our two choices, except remember our tricks are either these two or these two. So after you do your 4, 6x of this frame, we either could do 6x, 8x, or 8, 6. And then we're in 8x, 2. Right? So those are two transitions. As before, we can delete other throws. We can nuke that one or anything else, and we'll remove arrivals, and we'll see what throw did we have to make in order to make those work.
Support for Boppo's whiteboard comes from me, Boppo, working hard in partnership with dry erase markers, a few beanbags, and gravity to bring you the third best in modern juggling infotainment.